Alright. I think everything should be good here. Let's go ahead and get our prediction going. Yeah, I'll set it for 20. Why not? Give you guys plenty of time to get into the stream and start your betting. Otherwise, how you all doing? Wee Woo here. I'm going to be looking. We've got about a 60-person match tonight, so not too much, but hey, 30v30 infantry scaling. We'll just have to see how all of that goes. Nonetheless, just making sure everything's good for interfacing and whatnot. All right, cool. So we've got Blue 4 versus Op 4 for our first round. We'll be trying to cover at least 2 or 3 rounds for today. Op 4 going to be starting on the outskirts. Infantry only. Op 4 with a 5% numbers advantage. Blue 4, meanwhile, holding 3 different sectors of a custom-made base in this region. So we're going to go ahead and look over at the mission details here. Task for Blue 4, hold 3 sectors. Op 4 have to take the sectors. It's still bugged out to say that they're defending, but oh well. Mission details here. It's only a kilometer of render distance, 50 build points for the defenders. This is a reduced build point mission because the Blue 4 element already spawns with a pretty big base. Background here, 2035, after years of brutal conflict in the Middle East, as part of the inevitable war, Afghanistan is completely surrounded by Russian Union-controlled territories. Ahead of a full-scale attack, the Union has mounted several probing incursions along the borders with limited success. Having finally pushed the enemy back from its border, Iranian forces, Op 4, have crossed the Kunduz River and are now marching on the jewel, the crown of the Kunduz region, the forward operating base, Pelennor. Afghanistan Joint Operations Group Blue 4, consisting mainly of Afghan, U.S., and British forces, have fortified their position at the base. As the sun rises above, brace for the attack. So basically, Afghanistan versus Iranian for this mission. Nothing on the performance tweak log, but that is fine. Blue 4, ironically enough, is just going to be the U.S. Army kits. So we've got M4 platforms, Mark 11s for the marksman rifle, M249 as the light machine gun, and then AC4s for the light anti-tank weapon. Op 4, meanwhile, being the Iranian kits, are going to be KH-2002s, which is just vanilla CSAT weaponry, and then they've got their own GL for that. We have PSG-1s for the marksman rifle, RPKs for the light machine gun, RPG 7s, excuse me, for the light anti-tank, and then MG3s for the medium machine gunners in a Delta group. So, Blue 4 is going to be led by Vaccinator with Goose as the 2IC, Fawns leading Alpha with Pupper and Murphy. Alpha 1 be led by Henry with Skipu, Sancho, Bursty, Thomas, Meerkat, and Whiteside. Alpha 2 has Arkin leading Max 6, Sonin, and Dogo. Bravo being led by Patriot with Korvac as the Marksman, Alexander as the Medic, Nekomata, Mike, Lolo, and McBain under Bravo 1. Bravo 2 has no leadership, it's just Gates, Marstick, Franz, Harrington, and Bates together. And then we have a random AI here that I think is just the Zeus, clarifying a few points for them locally. Otherwise, Op 4 going to be led by Nemesis, Scandi Recon member there. Yanni leading Alpha with Katz, Malin, Wayne, Spiegel, and Wise. Alpha 2 has Cullis, Daedalus, and Dobbs all together. Patty leading Bravo with Arcane, Waldo, Wheaton, and Vagrant. Arcane is on the multi, by the way, if you want to see a ground perspective. He is going to be playing Marksman as well, so that could be entertaining for you guys. Otherwise, Zamil leading Charlie with Zixmi, Horno, Kremet, Depso, and Cheeseburger. Ash leading Delta with Chris as the medic. Tackleberry and Flying Finn taking 2 medium machine gun rails, and Delta with Banks as the assistant, and then Gazag and Kabubi being the other 2 medium machine guns with Tomer as the assistant. So, right off the bat, I mean, we've got a pretty stacked Op 4 roster. Scandi Recon players with OFCRA heavy hitters like Zixmi, Depso, Kremet, and Cheeseburger. I mean, gonna be a tough roster to beat. However, there is a lot of open fields in play. There is some Overwatch control of the entire sector here. I mean, there's a lot that Blue 4 can definitely weigh in on their advantages here. They've even got a custom fob sign. That's cute. But, I mean, just mining the entryways. These HESCO barriers can't be climbed, so there are some natural choke points into this base. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entry points on this entire area. We've got multiple Overwatch positions as well, both from within the base and outside of the base. I'd imagine Op 4, we're probably not going to see a direct assault unless they're feeling really, really suicidal. Probably going to see a lawn northern circling or a southern circling, so it's going to be at least 10 to 15 minutes of maneuvering in this scenario alone. And we'll just have to see how all of that goes. And there is a hydrate. Today is going to be a lawn set of operations. We'll just have to see how things go. And yeah. We'll see how many PvP rounds we cover. I'm shooting for 2 or 3. Then we're going to have a surprise stream. And then we're going to have DayZ. But the surprise, we'll see if it happens, but I'm excited for it. If it doesn't happen, then I got a backup thing to go to. So, you know, either way, there will be a Zeus Up we'll be on the ground for in one community or another. And then we've got DayZ tonight. And then I need to do some mission dev. Might stream it, might not. We'll just have to see how that goes, because I do have a lot of editing I have to do as well. Because there's a lot taking off. I was supposed to do a Zeus Up this morning, but I couldn't roll out of bed and finish the operation. My voice was also a bit scuffed. Oh, there's also another entry point over here, so that makes, what, 6, 7? It is interesting. It looks like they're actually testing to see if they can climb over the wall, and they might be able to. So, Blue 4 is just going to have to rely on making explosive traps, utilizing the overwatching elements to stop Op4 from coming in, where you see that they've set up some sandbags up here to hold some of these open positions as well. But there needs to be some sort of overwatching position, because if Op4 is able to get their medium machine gunners on some of these overwatching hilltops and just spray down anything that's around, I think Blue 4 is in a lot of trouble. I don't think there's any building that gives them the best coverage of the internal AO. There's some little gaps that are seen, so it's going to have to be all in the open. Blue 4 Marksman might be able to get some good pickoffs there, but if Op4 is given Overwatch control with medium machine guns and GLs, gonna be unlikely that Blue 4 is going to win this one. Blue 4 could try to set up a sniper somewhere to deter Op4 from doing that, but that's also incredibly risky. Am I running out of hard drive space? Always. Not even hard drives, solid state drives. They're all running out, bro. But DayZ tonight, we'll probably spend maybe 2 hours on the Sakal server, because Ghost Wolf is busy, so no Namalsk. We'll probably only do 1 instance of DayZ this weekend, though. I've got other things I gotta be working on. See, the funny thing is, I edited a few videos today, and it just didn't really make a dent. My audio... my poor audio. Here, we're gonna turn those up a bit more. There we go. Now we can actually hear them on the ground and whatnot. Blue 4, I mean, defensive plan-wise, it's just gonna be hold everything in base, maybe put some people up on Overwatch, go from there. Op 4, no vehicles, they'll have to walk it in. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of disagree with that. I feel like they should have been given some, like, fast-moving cars or something to be able to, like, quickly maneuver onto this position, because it's just gonna create a lot of downtime. And with FNF's numbers, I don't see Blue 4 sending out any forces to try to search for Op 4, because if they do, I don't see anything like that working. Cyber Monday front for the SSD. Well, here's the thing. I can't buy a 4th SSD, because then I'm just going to fill that up and not edit anything. So that's not solving the issue, you know? I'm just slowly working on balancing everything out. But like I said, my goal is by the end of the year, we got everything situated. Ian, what time are we doing DayZ? Probably around 8:30-ish tonight. Just get a NAS server, easy. Yeah, right. Again, if I give myself more space to fill stuff, then I'm not going to get anything done. I'm just going to focus on other tasks till it's a mandatory. So, you know, I just got to power myself through it. The result, though, is the PvP channel's back. It started yesterday, uploaded an old PvP video, recently uploaded one of the latest clips. I also will be tracking highlights, which, speaking of, let me get that situated. And I think the release schedule for that channel is going to be 1 video and then 2 or 3 highlights. I haven't determined it yet, but yeah, we're slowly bringing everything back up to full strength, and then hopefully by the end of the month I'll be working on a 4th channel for some DayZ and other video games. That way I can keep the main channel to exclusively Arma 3, maybe some Arma Reforger stuff here and there, but then, you know, we have a place to put everything else. Because that's the solution, right? If you upload too much, just add another channel. Easy. Huh. I only need each one to make a few $100. And then, boom, I'll have half my mortgage. Right? What nation is Op4? Op4 is Iranian. Blue 4, it says they're Afghanistan, but they're using US kits. Stalker 2 also comes out in a few days. I have no plans on playing it, though. I'll probably be lurking and watching my buddy Dante or somebody else playing it. Just because I just don't have the time. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've been up till 2 a.m. the past 3 days in a row. Almost, I think 4 even. just trying to get a massive amount of basically overhauling the YouTube channels and content creation. And the result right now is the main channel is front logged to the end of this month. I'm going to start working on next month's front log this weekend. PvP channel is back and ready to go, and that's been uploading the past few days. The VOD channel is front logged, and it's staying front logged. That one we just kind of play by ear, but we'll continue to push it forward. And then we had a whole week of ops, and then the only op I missed was today's. But I'm just rolling that over to next week. What's the number advantage for Op4? 5%. Should be in the mission command. It's not that much. There's no vehicles. I think these are all statics. We're just kind of killing time because Op4 is going to have a long walk to do to breach one of the 6 entry points of this fob, set up their machine gunners on Overwatch. This is going to be pretty cut and dry. If I was in a betting position, I'd probably bet it on Op4 because they have the superior players with the higher statistics. They've got Overwatch positions to assault into the fob. Blue 4, while they do have good second story control with a lot of these towers, they're gonna be engaged from the east. There's no way in hell Op4 is actually going to try an open field rush. Remember, Pierce doesn't play FNF anymore, so we're not gonna see any more open field charges. It's such a shame. But yeah, no, it's going to be cut and dry. Op4 is going to basically get on the overwatching ridge, come down, clear everything. Not that hard. But yeah, we've just been slowly working on getting everything up to speed and maintaining everything. And then in the background, you know, I've had some wedding stuff to do here and there. But, I mean, to give you guys, like, an overall scale, it's been the past 3 months I've had to raise a shit ton of money for my wedding. That's all done. Now we're doing all the logistics tied to the wedding. And then I've been doing everything that I promised to do while I was raising all that money. And by the end of this month, that should all even out. I think the last major project... Well, okay, no, there's a few things. There's Checkpoint RP, which I've only done concepting of. I need to do some of it this weekend to get it announced so we can run it by the end of the month. I need to finish the Pog Pay for campaign. That should be done by next week. If it's not, we'll probably run an extra op after Thanksgiving, and then the rest of December we'll just run some one-offs for Pog, and then there's just some excess operations I have to run within my community, which I'm set to finish by the end of this month. That way, the main goal for December is to take the 10 to 14 missions I run a week and bring it down to 7. 7 to 8, mainly. And then just take that extra time and then double down on video editing and just focusing on quality for mission files as well. There's also a few other projects that we're working on and managing, such as Project Tension. I have Devour King making another version of the Hive. God, there's another one. I might have Doc work on some Stalker-based ops. He's been inspired to do some of that, however, he was sick for a little bit. And then in the background, I'm also making sure Crazy's working on some DayZ content, which we'll probably, you know, put on that new channel. And then we also have some new things on both menus. I just have to add them before tonight, so probably between the time of FNF ending and my next thing beginning, I'll quickly edit the menu, and if I don't, then I'll edit it before we start DayZ itself. But there's a lot that is being juggled. How come Pierce stopped doing FNF? He got busy. His life kind of took off, so he has to focus on that, which I completely agree with, you know? Focus on IRL first. I've been saying that to people for years, and I will continue to say that to people. The only reason I can focus on Arma so much is because that is my IRL, you know? That is my life. Oh, Big Club, I'm sorry to hear that, man. God. I know what it's like. When my cat, Bramble, passed away last year, I was devastated for a few days. At the very least. So I'm glad you can relax here and find solace in that, man. I wish you all the best. I hope this stream can make your day a little better. And if not, well, I mean, we're going to be streaming on and off for the next, like, 7 hours. So, hope I can help you distract from that, man. I know what that's like.
Send in Goat Team 6.
New Horizons ahead. Thanks for giving Big Club a sub. At least you can have some goat emotes now. But no, in all seriousness, I do hope you feel better. And I'm sorry for your loss. Whew. We got some chill music. We're playing, God, what is this? The Terran theme from StarCraft 1, I think? But yeah, let's just have some mindless fun, you know? You know, Goon, you're either a random, you're either pro gamer dude or dream in disguise. I'm trying to think who you could be. Just with that wording. Terran Theme 3? Ah, fuck, that was close. Mission has also officially started. Op Force splitting off into two forces. Here we got one force going south, one going north, so they are going to be doing a pincer. Blue 4, meanwhile, know that they have to maintain Overwatch security, because if they lose that, they're screwed, which is why we've got a lot of units now heading on the outsides here. Yeah, or it could be Patch. God, it could be any of those three. Because those are the only three people that I could think of that would word it like that, unless it's genuinely a rando, in which case that's pretty funny. What's up, Liru? I'm doing alright, Evie. Hope you're doing okay, too. We still need to get some head Del Snake. What? You mean snakefish? Like fishing? I mean, you're right, we do. You'll never know, Pookie Bear. Okay, no, that's either Dream or that is just a random Master Troll, but SL Dream is the type of person to make random accounts. So I'm going to put my money on Dream, even though I thought Dream was playing. Unless he crashed out. No, this will tell us if it's Dream. Dream would be playing under Scandy. Okay, so it might not be Dream, because Dream would know better than to be in here. And not be a silly stream sniper and cause an issue. Nah. Yeah, so it's not Dream, so it's either Patch or it's a random. Snakefish are cool. Snakefish are great. Like good eatings. Because in Virginia you can fish out as many as you want because they're invasive, and they're good eating fish. I just have to put some time aside. We'll probably do some winter fishing out in Burke Lake or Occoquan. Those are some good places to get them. But yeah, I'll let you know, New Horizon. I have all my fishing stuff ready to go. I just need the damn time. That goes for anyone. If you're in Northern Virginia and you want to just fish for a few hours, and we're not technically supposed to bring alcohol, but you know, we could sneak some, but you know. I know a few good spots. I've found a lot of small YouTube videos of people showing off all their good fishing spots, so geolocated them all. Who doesn't take beer to fish? Well, technically in Northern Virginia parks, you're not supposed to bring alcohol to some of those places. So we just get better at hiding it. But anyway, you know, I like to be a historical reenactor. Whenever a place in the United States tells me I'm not allowed to bring alcohol, I just pretend we're back in Prohibition era. And, you know, I just double down on stashing it somewhere. You know? Easy. Which are the Asian fish that are invasive in the Great Lakes? I think that's either snakehead or that's a different one. But yeah, no, if jump out and seriously hurt you, that is snakehead, yeah. They can jump out of the water and breathe on land for a few hours to go somewhere else. Meet me in Falls Church. That is my backyard. Well, neighboring to it. That's where Bloodwing's from, actually. Long story short, New Year, you're moving back to the U.S.? Valk, where in the U.S.? How went the end of Pay for Pain? It was funny as fuck because I looked up why the war games kept getting disabled. And it's because Sam, whenever he was in range, he would start shooting the Gal 8. And he was getting hits on things. Not enough to destroy it, but enough to disable it. So he was getting these amazing broadside hits on the war games and disabling a good chunk of the weapon systems. So what I need to do in the future is I just need to upgrade their health. But yeah, Air got really mad about those. Which I'm not surprised about one bit, but we need to allow for ground to also get some vehicles so they can engage it. But, I mean, I'll just run the war games the same way I ran it in the one-off, and I'll just upgrade all the health of the systems. Air can suck it. Well, I mean, you guys are also spamming, like, you know, 20 to 40 armored vehicles against the infantry, so, you know, the player base kind of needs Air to do something. Was recently in a car accident with my mom, but everything's fine. It's unfortunate that both of us... Yeah, I hope you're okay, Evie. Yeah, God, so much bad news today. I just hope you're all doing well. And I hope you all can have a speedy recovery, man. Because I'm going to be honest, me being crippled or me being sick, I mean, since I work on things every day, that does kind of fuck my life over. So I understand. Oh, but all I can do is hope y'all can get better. Fair, Valk. Alright, so we got Op4 running right up to where Blue 4's first garrison is. I'm going to lock it in for a little bit because we're about to have first contact. Depso's going to get right on top of some of these guys. I think Depso ran right under before Gates could spot him, so... I don't think Depso saw Gates because of the bush in the way. He did not. So he's just going to run right past this position. Will he look to his left to see Gates? Oh, so Op4 is going to think that's clear. We're going to have an engagement open up right here, and then Depso is going to turn around and start popping people in the head. Yes, there will be DayZ tonight. Potentially New Mexico. Damn, all right, well, that's not my backyard, but... I hope you can find what you need to, Valk. Ooh. At least that'll put you in my time zone. So, all right. Gage just preemptively morphine, which means Blue 4 has spotted the enemy, so that's them getting into combat. And then you still got Depso right here who doesn't realize that he's right in the middle of a Blue 4 garrison. Gates is now running back. Depso prone. I'm not sure. Yeah, he didn't see Gates moving around up here. He might have just now. Like a glimpse. That's so funny that Depso's infiltrated this hard. Gates now running in, so now Depso's gonna know. Wow, that morphine can't do shit if you get headshotted. And Depso just found an auto... Oh, no! Depso's stolen a 249, trying to kill Bates. He pulls away from that window. Trying to look around the other side, pops a grenade. It's gonna go far. Bates now running. He's not gonna find a way in on this side, though. Doggo now taking shots at Depso as Depso jumps off the roof. He's looking around. Doggo immediately fires into the building. That's going to force Depso up. Bates opens the door, catches Depso, and takes him out with a nice spray of the M4. Otherwise, more Op4 pushing in. That's caused the Blue 4 garrison to fold inward. No security on the ridge. That's allowing more position forces to go in. Meanwhile, on the northern side, massive Op4 force coming in. Blue 4 have some stalling forces here. They've dug up some defensive trenches here. We just saw an AT4 fire into the building where Op4 was. It looks like it did get a kill, actually. Went through the window, managed to hit one guy square in the chest. But otherwise, Blue 4 having to push a southern and a northern attack. Northern attack seems a bit more centraled, but that is less of Op4, whereas Op4 is slowly trickling forces in on this side. So I think Blue 4 have a better chance of holding off against the southern attack for now because the attack is very disjointed. You got Bravo all the way on the map border down here. Don't know what the fuck they're doing. But now you hear the MG3 firing by Gazag. He's trying to pick off Marstik here. Almost got the kill. We see at least 2 confirmed hits right there. And then Blue 4, they've got a nice central position, but will they be able to hold? We do have a marksman up here, could get some pickoffs. Got some blind spraying from Nekomata into the smoke, trying to stall. It's funny enough, Dream up here. Do you know how many states are between California and Texas? Oh, wait, no. I was thinking, never mind. I'm an idiot. Never mind. Ah! No, there's only a handful there. I thought Texas was on the East Coast for half a second. Welcome to how my brain works. I do appreciate they're trying to set up some MG positions here with their SSWT kits to then open that door and be able to instantly hit people. Looks like Op4, the units they pushed up here have been taken out. We see one of the bodies right there, for example. So Blue 4 able to hold against the Op4 elements that are slowly trickling in. It's that northern garrison that's really suffering. We only had one Blue 4, McBain, still alive on the farthest northern area. Looks like the rest of Blue 4 have pulled off of that position. They're just going to pull away entirely. That's going to give Op4 some overwatch control, and that's going to sequester any Blue 4 that might try to pull back from the southern ridge. That's going to be a tough one. Luxord Gambler, thanks for the 51-month resub. Hope you enjoy the operations, my friend. I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. ay, ay. McBain could be in a good position to harass Op4 as they push in. I don't think he realizes that everyone's left, though. I thought he was intentionally being here so he could shoot at the guys pushing up. But, hold on. He might notice now. He's gonna prone. Oh. He just got shot at by a blue 4 guy, funny enough. McBain trying to get the kill on Cullis. Can't seem to. And he gets spotted and taken out as the Garrison turns around, quickly finds his position, and eliminates him. That's very unfortunate that he was missing his headshots. Otherwise, Op4 continuing to push up. Bates, the only guy left here. Cheeseburger's going to breach. Bates, I think, holding from the second story. Well, there's a killing floor right here. Good God. 249, but RPK's going to beat him in. And he gets the headshot. Ouch. All right, Blue 4's southernmost positions have fallen. Maxic still up as a machine gunner. From that downward position, I doubt he's going to be able to do much. Op4, meanwhile, harassing on the northern side. However, their main force is going to start coming in. Quite a few Op4 died trickling in, but Blue 4, I mean, with Bravo 2, lost a lot, especially on that southern side. So I'd say the northern side, Blue 4's done a really good job of casually pulling their forces back while inflicting a few casualties on Op4, but the southern flank has just kind of suffered a little too many casualties. I would still say this is leaning in Op4's favor because we're about to see a lot of elements get on Overwatch. There's going to be a lot of CQC up here before we actually get to the main military base, but I think Blue 4 knows if they go down there, they've lost. That's why they're trying so hard to keep the fight on this upper area without relying on Op4 to go into the military base. I'm just wondering if Op4 is going to send a few people down, get into this thick hedgerow here, and then start trying to actually push the base, but we still have a good chunk of Blue 4 defenders actually down there, so I think Blue 4 is doing their best for this scenario. It's just this is one of those scenarios where that might not be enough because the terrain heavily favors the attackers. But still, could go either way. It just takes one hero call for one Blue 4 guy with a machine gun to get in a really good position, just absolutely massacre like 4 or 5 dudes. And Blue 4, we do have 249s in play, so that would be the weapon platform to do it with. Kabubi spots and starts engaging with that MG3, though. And if Op4 is able to set those in good positions, I mean... Oh. Another Blue 4 guy gets picked off as Blue 4 is trying to move up. And if Blue 4 has any chance of surviving, they need to minimize the amount of pickoffs Op4 can get as they are maneuvering between these fortified positions. Otherwise, there's not going to be anything left for Blue 4 to defend the base with. All right, literally when I was starting the OFCRA stream, you could hear the last few minutes of Web Knight's video. I was on that shit within an hour of it getting posted. I'm in his Discord. I knew it was coming. And I literally had everyone coming on to OFCRA wait a few minutes as I finished that video. Because yes, the man cooked. We have 3 types of smashers. We have improved AI on the sprinters, his own custom pathing for it. Screamers are now much more effective. The man cooked. And here's the thing. He's adding an update to his Half-Life mod in a few days. He can't stop cooking. He will continue to cook. He will always be cooking. Oh yeah, and then the Corruptor, you can play as a zombie. That's fun. Man, just going. Man reminds me of J-Max, man. Just keep going. Just keep going. All right, Op4 now beginning their main assault from the south with the bulk of their force. Maxic could still be in a position to flank. Op4 are starting to really advance on the central position that Blue 4 has. I mean, just looking at the amount of symbols I see, Op4 is a lot more centralized here. Blue 4 is a lot more spread out. Again, balance of power-wise, it's really leaning to Op4 right now. We need an Audrey Hotto incident or something for Blue 4. We need a multi-kill. We need a Blue 4 guy to get behind like 4 or 5 Op4 dudes and just waste them. We do have that positioning starting to get set up by Korvac. We have some of that with Maxic. It could go either way, but we need a hero here. We need a Blue 4 hero. if Blue 4 wants to have any chance of winning this one. I agree, the Northern group for Op 4 definitely looks thin, but if we have a hero call there and minimum, like, just annihilate a good chunk of blue, or red, then we're good. Mike, though, great job playing dead right here. He could pop a grenade. Malin comes in. I think he just blew a dude away. Or he was shooting at Wise. Mike gets a great headshot on Malin. Korvac gonna throw a grenade in Nemesis' building. Bye, Nemesis. He gets flung out of there. That's what I'm talking about. A little bit of CQC action, a little bit of ambushing. Slowly grinding them down. Maxic got spotted and picked off. That's unfortunate. Blue 4 having a few guys here as the main Op 4 group now pushes. If this Op 4 group can be held right here, I think Blue 4 has a decent chance of holding against one attacking front. Mike gets knocked out, though. Korvac's still alive. There's another Blue 4 guy up here. He's down. And now you got Vaccinator over here. As Blue 4 command, he's trying to get eyes on the situation, but it's kind of all up to Korvac at this point. He's on 3 kills. He has a marksman rifle. He could still get in a spot to do pickoffs. Mike wakes back up. Gets some shots on Spiegel. We just heard some explosive satchels go off. That sounded like it was in Blue 4's compound here, taking out a bunch of the buildings, but it doesn't seem to be that effective. Snodgebear trying to crawl away from a grenade and manages to get away in time. Another grenade gets thrown in. Snodgebear saw it, so he should stay prone. That's why. I'm not sure if he didn't see it or didn't hear it, but he was trying to lob a grenade over to get Vagrant. The right call, but at the wrong time, unfortunately. Could still wake back up, but it's unlikely. Meanwhile, Korvac gets into a 1v1 with another player and manages to get the kill. He's on 4 now. Good call by Korvac, stealing an enemy weapon to confuse weapon ID. Wow, he got 2 people in here. And that's left only 4 guys on the northern side for Op 4. But this main fight over here, we need to see Harrington get lucky with a few grenade throws. We need to see some Hail Mary throws out here by Harrington. Great pickoff right there. That's going to alert everyone else his position. A little bit of a desync spike right there. As Harrington tries to get Chris off. Oh, his lag switch is going. But he's now running out on this side, taking shots from the back. Oh, Harrington, what are you doing? Hail Mary's a grenade. Ah, if it was just more to the right. Wait, might still hit Waldo. Not so much. That's the thing about players. Sometimes they get panicked and try to retreat, but once Op 4's on your doorstep, you can imagine there's going to be Overwatchers, so you got to get stuck in. You got to go for it. Is that a satchel or is that a smoke? That was a smoke. Freaking frag. All right. Not sure if Mike took damage for that. It looks like it went into the corner. You can accidentally get grenades in that corner and not take any damage from it. It's quite fun. I saw some stuff for C-Powers. Those games are always quite interesting. Not sure if I'll be able to do anything with it, but, you know, I will do my best. I heard a goat. All right, Op 4 down to 4 people on that side, but, I mean, Blue 4 losing their entire defensive group. Now we're just down to this. And these are where the machine gunners are, so unless Blue 4 gets some really good GL multi-kills, I don't think we're going to see much of a change. Really good GL's getting close, but close is not enough. If Korvac, if these 3 can clean up the rest. Mike just got spotted by Wise, though. Great grenade throw on the corner. Spiegel gets knocked out. Dream's going to push on the front. Really good shallow grenade throw. He's going to stall Streams on that spot, and he gets a double kill as the grenade bounces off. Can Korvac pull back before the grenade takes him out? He does. All right, northern element might be secured here as Purton tries to shoot, but Vaccinator comes around and takes him out. And the northern group is secured except for a 1v1 between Mike and Wise, which means Op 4's only chance now is through this overwatching position.
All I heard was some guys getting back shots. I'm scared and confused.
Southwest, damn, thanks for the 13-month resub, buddy. Hope you keep enjoying the ops, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Hopefully with no back shots. See, but now you've got this smaller garrison fighting Op 4 on an overwatching position. Now what could happen is Blue 4 can now maneuver a few guys down, force Op 4 to have to deal with two sides, keep them stalled on the hill, and then Blue 4 marksmen can pick off any Op 4 that try to run down. Op 4's best bet in moving down is to come down here, pop smokes on this position, then they've got an immediate entry point, a little bit of defilade to work with, and a place that Blue 4's two-story positions can't really touch them on. So that appears to be the plan. What we could also see is a bit of Overwatch fallacy, but look at this. A multi-knockout here. But they all wake back up, so that was probably a GL going off or a bad frag. Wise beats out Mike. So it's going to be up to Korvac to move in. He's on 6 kills, though. He's not a medic, so he can't self-blood bag, so he's probably in a little bit of pain, but the way FNF's ballistic settings work now, that doesn't really matter. He just has to be first in the firefight. You got Wise looting bodies now, so he's going to be incredibly silent. He could totally go for that 249. He's doing some medical. Korvac could hear that medical. But Wise can potentially hear those footsteps, so that's going to spook him. Ooh, anyway. It's hard to see the exact numbers of Blue 4 right here. I'm trying to highlight over all of them. Yeah, Wise had Korvac dead to rights, and Korvac could not line up the shot to save his life, so there goes Korvac. Wait! A save by Vaccinator as he fires from a few buildings away. Can he kill Wise? As he nudges into the corner, he's going to try to get out of here now. Wise is pinned. He has no idea where those shots were coming from. Can Vaccinator get the kill? Korvac wakes back up. What a save. Wise continuing to be pinned. He knows he's taking fire from that direction, so he's going to pop the smoke. Can Korvac move up and get him? He's going to bandage first. What a save. Op 4's main force still coming around. Again, I think this game relies on a Blue 4 even sending 1 or 2 guys to do a flanking attack here, because otherwise Op 4 is staging around. They're going to try to get on Overwatch positions, push right into the base. If even a few of those guys have their attention pulled, that's going to nullify the number advantage here, make this more direct, and give Blue 4 the best chance to actually win this one. So it has to happen for Blue 4 to have a good shot at winning. Random grenade gets thrown. Wise is running down. Korvac vaulting over the walls. Vaults over the fence. It's going to be right here. Oh my god. They literally push on each other's positions at the exact same time and completely miss each other. That's funny. Alright, it's going to be a bit static on that side unless we see some of Op 4 turn to the side and potentially see them. We see that they're ranging their MG3s, trying to find good machine gun positions on this spot. I cited this building out earlier. We could see some of the 2-story positions here. This was the best building for doing stuff like that. Because the other one, well, that was there is now schwacked. And then everywhere else, it's just a bit too low to get any proper Overwatch coverage. So Korvac's now going to push that building. Wise clearing that area, not finding Korvac. He's going to push on. Potentially open up another angle where Blue 4 can get pinned. Korvac coming up here realizes there's no bodies except his old friendlies. But I'm curious if he hears that shooting on the flank, is he going to turn? He's going to see that muzzle flashing. RPG, buddy. RPG that building. Come on, Korvac. Use the RPG. You could clear that building, fire it into this window. You would get a triple kill. If you have stolen AT, that is what you need to do. I'm trying to see if he's going to run up on it. Wise now trying to take shots down, but he's slightly angled on the rock there, so some of his shots are ricocheting. Oh, Korvac. I can't tell if he's honing in on Wise or if he's honing in on that position. Looks like he's honing in on Wise. If Vaccinator gets in on this and there's 2 people assaulting the rear, that's going to really change this game. However, Blue 4 is down to 4 defenders here. We got 3 people on offense. It might be moot at this point because we have 2 people pulling out of the defensive positions. I think Op 4's won this because we're seeing a counterattack here. Blue 4 doesn't have the manpower to defend. RPG's going in. That's cute. Korvac's going to catch Tackleberry. Oh, the MG3 did get a few hits there. Wise trying to come around. Henry might spot Wise. He does not. Goes around on the other side and gets the kill. Low grenade. Going overhead. Another one going over. He's going to run into Wise. Wise turns the wrong side. Oh, and he gets Magnum. Yes, Boo. All right, have fun at Fairhoax, Boo. Takes the RPG. Korvac ran out of ammo on the magazine. Wise had a full mag and just completely mag dumped him in the face. And with that, I think it's GG. We got 3 people in the southern zone taking it over. Blue 4, they have a few guys remaining. That counterattack was a bit of a mess. Really the room for those guys to now pull back, maybe to help with the final sector is done. Vaccinator, he could still do something here. It's just now Op4 super spread out. But, you know, if Bax and Korvac were alive and picking people off, that would, you know, increase the speed that they would get people down, and then maybe they could come in and help for the final part. There's still a lot of maybes there, even if Korvac survived that fight. But, I mean, Op4... So, let's say Korvac won that fight. He'd still have 3 other people to deal with, and Op4 now pushing a lot more dudes down. Blue 4, I think the biggest mistake there was pushing 2 dudes up to try to deal with that. They should have just stayed on defense. Arakiru pushes back, and, yeah, then gets the kill. As Bax was just trying to mag dump and ran out of bullets. And I'm pretty sure this is GG. First sector about to be taken. Second one in the center is being taken. And the third one has 2 defenders left. I mean... Blue 4 have 3 people remaining. I don't see how this is going to go. Satchel goes off in the middle. So there was an attempt. I think that might have been Kremet actually throwing one, but... Yeah, Sancho's just going to pull back to the northern sector, and we're just going to see a 3-man Blue 4 holdout here. Op4 having Overwatch control as well, so they'll be able to plink at anyone that's running on the northern side. Gazan trying to play angle cover here. That's where he was able to get 1 kill previously. Just going to clear that lane by fire. But as I said in the beginning of this round, I mean, this was definitely in Op4's favor based off the player base that was present, based off of the Overwatch positions. Tough game for Blue 4. And for a good moment, it looked like they were really holding off, especially with Korvac's plays, but it just wasn't enough. It's really hard to have a single hero call there. Yeah, Korvac, you did pretty good. I'm just saying, though, unfortunately for this scenario, one person making those plays just wasn't enough. The rest of the team has to at least then hold 1-to-1, and I don't think we had that happen here. I'm waiting to see Kremet with a second satchel blow this building up as well. All right, down to 2. Kabubi, I think, just blew away the third guy. And I think Tomer was just taking some friendly fire. Yep, still is. And now the Op4 numbers majority is in the final sector. Kremet, satchel it. Oh, Kremet gets headshotted. GL goes in and blows away the guy on the second story, though. All right, it's up to Toms. He's going to corner camp, but there's not really anything else he can do here. Some wicked grenade throwing, though, by Vagrant. And it's not enough. That is GG Op4 victory. We will be getting to round 2 momentarily. Just got to let it play out. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Op4 still had a pretty significant chunk of infantry by the end of that, though. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just satchel that in the beginning. Good God. All right. Let's see what round 2 is. But overall, I think that played out as expected. I can try to hype up the other side as best I can, but they got to make some pretty difficult calls to make that all work, unfortunately. Let's make sure I'm picking the right side for the prediction there. All right, what's our second round going to be? Drum roll. Eulakia. Interesting. I don't know. The Eulakia missions have been kind of a drag. I really don't want to see just another super lawn op. But we'll see how this plays out. Anyway, we got some downtime. How are y'all doing? I'm going to start switching up my commands here. debating if I want to change my music. What do you guys think? You want to listen to something else, or is this good enough for us? Alright, map is now Eulokia. Accidentally spelt that with a T instead of a Y. Silly me. We do have quite a bit for our write-up here, though. Alright, let's see. This is round 2. And what do we got on the docket here? Blue 4 is attacking an Op 4 sector. If I can spell. And terminal site. Blue 4 has a 5% numbers advantage. An MH6 Lil Bird. 2L... Yeah, it's going to be a big AO because we're talking autocannons now. 2 LAV-25s. And some M2 vehicles. While Op 4 has 2 BTR 80As. And transport. That's a lot of assets, though, for Blue 4. Good God. It's an MH6, not an AH6, so it's not armed. It's just a transport little bird. All right, change music. Let's play something more casual. Which to me is going to be this. Nice and easy to keep our groove on. One of my classics. Okay. Now this is poking me to say he's 13-4 as a commander. Ha! Iander, I do not see him on tonight. Let me just search him real quick. Nope, he's not on. So, the AT will have to go to, the lessers of AT. Alright, I'm gonna get some more water real quick, because I started this stream with a little less than I normally intend to have, so I'll be right back 1 second. Okay. All right, so let me explain what's going on in the background, because, you know, it would be rude otherwise. IRL, Bloodwing and I are taking care of wedding things, so I made her a custom wedding ring because my parents knew a group of people that are really, really good. Because I'm going to be honest, a lot of stuff with diamonds these days is just a giant scam if you actually look into the diamond industry and the artificial demand that's created, but these people are legit. And they've done a lot of, like, high-profile people, and the only reason they let me in, because I'm not at that level, is because my father is that level. But regardless, they just emailed me back, and now I gotta talk with Bloodwing about setting up a time and consultation and the cleaning for the ring, because we're gonna be using it for photos and blah, blah, blah for engagement. But that is there. I just got a message from the person I'm gonna be with tonight in one of the streams about server stuff. Oh, God, they don't know. 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 Okay, fuck. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay. All right. I need to show someone something real quick. Okay. This is going to be a bit painful.
By the way, you're good.
This might be a bit painful, but let me show you what you do. All right.
I knew there was an easy way.
There is an easy way. It's still a little painstaking, but the best way to do it. You still have to do it one by one, but what you got to do is you right-click on any of those mods. So on the thing I'm sharing, you right-click. You then go to Open Website, and then at the end of the URL, you take that number.
Oh, it's already here. We have the HTML open with the end of the number. We're already
yeah. So you basically just copy and paste that into the old workshop mod handler, and then you separate it by commas. You then hit a button, and that downloads all the stuff for you. With a bigger mod set, yes, that is a bit of a pain, but you can get it done in like a 5-minute just mindless clicking back and forth.
Okay. I was installing them one by one.
Yeah, you can just do it in a list. Just separate them by commas through the old workshop mod handler.
Oh shoot! I forgot about that thing. Oh
yeah, that's the thing that does it super fucking quick.
I remember that now.
Yeah, all good. Anyway, I gotta get back to my stream.
Bye bye.
Yep, see you guys in a few hours. So if you recognize those voices, you know what I'm doing later today. But that'll be after this and before DayZ. But yeah. So handling that too on the side, and yeah, just maintaining everything. But yeah, no. Okay, actually, no, she just left, so I can openly talk shit about this. Bloodwing had a very specific interest for how she wanted her ring to look. She basically sent me a Pinterest board, and it was all of this flowery, ivy stuff, which, good fucking luck finding that in any generic store. So I had to go custom with it, and, ooh. The good news is she gets compliments on it wherever she goes, which is great, because it's fucking one of a kind, designed it myself, but, you know. Damn, Greek. Greek ladies tied to their embassy, you gotta treat them right, otherwise they'll strangle you. Anyway. I might do some dev stuff tonight, Valk. I can't guarantee it. It would be done after DayZ, but I just let you in on my life there real quick, on the sense of I literally just jumped into a buddy of mine's Discord so I could be moved to his private channel because he was in there with one of his server guys, and then just had to quickly walk them through how to do something. But that's my life, guys. You're literally doing one thing with a group of people, and then another group of people messages you, and you're like, okay, shit, like, give me 1 second. Let me just go jump in, tell them how to do something, and then go back and keep doing the original task. And then just imagine having to do that like 20 times a day. That is my life. That has been my life, at least for 5 years. So, you know, just jumping back and forth between everything. Not even a puppet master, just being the person. I call it a consultant. I think I've officially called it a consultant for at least 2 years. Of, you know, I'm on the payroll of various different people, or I just do it because there's something in it for me, or I just like hanging out with the guy. Or girl, or whoever's involved. Next Pay for Pain will be this coming Thursday, and that might be the end of the Pay for campaign after that. Yeah, Tech Advisor. A consultant is, I think, accurate for it, but let me get the prediction up, and we'll go ahead and get everything run up. Arma IT support, yeah, right? All right, let's see. Op 4 is now defending, and Blue 4 is now attacking. Let me get that all switched up, and then give the 20-minute prediction. Cool. Third level Arma support. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I've learned how to do everything as optimized as possible. And I have a feeling, let me give you the TLDR, and because it's only going to take me like a minute to get through this document. They were trying to set up a server on Faster. They had port forwarding set up. They had all this other stuff set up for it. I have a sneaking suspicion that their NAT settings were probably borked, because no matter what they could do, or what they did, they still couldn't find the server through the interface. You couldn't find it on battle metrics, but it was stating that it was connecting to Steam servers properly. So my sneaking suspicion is just their NAT settings were partially scuffed somehow, because every time I've run into something like that, and we've gone through a checklist I have of just everything, it's always been the fucking NAT, and I don't know why, but it's just, ugh. Oh well. Or it's some weird computer worm that's been fucking over their files. That was a one-off. But that's why I always now say, like, just do a fucking virus scan, because you never know. Oh, okay, you have a virus because you've been downloading shit tons of furry porn, haven't you? Dirty. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this match breakdown before I lose any more sanity. Blue 4 is going to be attacking a terminal and a sector. Op 4 are going to be defending it. Ignore the wording because they've broken it. Briefing for this mission, it's 1,500 meters of render distance, 65-minute round, so your 15 minutes to safe start, and then your 50-minute round. Notes, hidden spawns for both sides. It takes 3 minutes to capture the zone, and it takes 2.5 minutes for the terminal objective after it's activated to defend it, and there are no fortify points. So neither side knows where the other has spawned. For Op 4, that's kind of pointless because Blue 4 is going to know where the objectives are, but for Blue 4, that's really good because Op 4 doesn't know where they are, so Op 4 is going to be forced to kind of, you know, hold internal security and not really move anything out. Oh, that also kind of sucks because that means they can't just immediately push, you know, like take a BTR-80 Alpha, put it on this road, put the other one on that road, and then just charge them down the MSRs to try to find Blue Force convoy coming in, just absolutely schwack the shit out of them. Ah, sneaky. It's not like they'd actually do that. They never do that because they don't know how to do that properly, but I digress. Regardless, let's go ahead and go over the information here. So Blue 4 is U.S. Marine Woodland kits, so we've got M4-based platforms. We have a floating dude back here. Mark 211s, 249s, AT4s, Carl Gustavs, and MP7s. Vehicles include some unarmed Humvees, some unarmed transport trucks, some armed trucks, LAV-25s with AP rounds. Only 70 rounds of AP, though. Ooh, wish they had a bit more. And then that Coax 240C. Otherwise, they also have an MH6 Little Bird, which does have bench seats and whatnot, but they usually use it so they can have a co-pilot in the camera so they can do reconnaissance with it, which is a great way to find out where your enemy is. Otherwise, Op 4 have the Russian Ratnik kits, so they got AK-74s, GP-25s for some of those AK-74s. They got RPKs for their light machine guns, RPGs for the light anti-tank with 2 rounds, SVDs for the marksman rifle, AK the piece of shit, PKPs for the medium machine guns, RPG 32s for their medium anti-tank, and then PP2000s for their crew kits. They have 2 BTR-80 Alphas with literally more than double the AP rounds as Blue 4. And then they also have the PKT with 2,000 rounds, which is a lot more ammo than the Blue 4 one as well. And then they also have 2 transport UAZs. Otherwise, breaking down the roster here, we got Patriot leading Blue 4 with Samil Depso and Horno under Alpha. Alpha 1 has Arcane, Kremitz, Cheeseburger, and Zixme. Bravo has Nemesis leading Cullis, Waldo, Dawes, Payne, and Burton. Excuse me. I called him Payne. Wayne, my bad. combine the two names there. Bravo 1 is Daedalus, Lennox, and Lurch. Charlie has Gazog and Chris. Charlie 1 is Tackleberry, Banks, Wheaton, Eric, Hiru, Piranha, and Kabubi Face. We also have Echo being led by Wise. SL Dream is going to take the AT with Nekomata and Tom as the assistants, so that team has 6 AT rockets total for the Maz. Katz and Yanni being in Golf 1 for one of the LAV-25 crews. Golf 2 has Grav and Vagrant as the other crew. Spiegel going to be solo crewing the helicopter to run the Little Bird. Otherwise, Vaccinator commanding again. Or he might have been 2IC last round, I forget. But regardless, he's going to be commanding Op 4. Snodge Perry leading Alpha with Murphy, Thompson, Sancho under him. Alpha 2 has Meerkat and Salt together. Kiri leading Charlie with Whiteside, Chris, Spear, Alexander, and a Peasant. A Peasant from 1312. Some of the names these people come up with, I swear. Otherwise, Charlie 1 has Fancy Korvac, Mike, and McBain. Delta has Bates leading Harrington, France, Marstek, and Voth, all taking the medium machine guns for those PKPs. Echo being led by Goose with Vons, taking the AT with Pupper and Henry as the assistants, so 6 rounds for the RPG-32. And then the vehicle crews are Skipu and Maxic for 1 BTR, and the other BTR is Batty and Flying Finn. I'm gonna be honest. Blue 4 are just gonna go right in. They're gonna pick a far dismount point and go in. They might try to circle around or get on a far dismount side on the north, or excuse me, not the north, the west or east. Probably on the eastern side, because that might give them a little bit of overwatch. Whereas Op 4, all they really need to do is pick one of the objectives to hold, take the overwatching positions on these hilltops, put their vehicles in a position to intercept and eliminate the LAVs from Blue 4 when they come in. I mean, this AO does have some pretty nice spots in it, though. You got some nice little tunnels, some overwatching points. There's some pretty nasty choke points here as well. I mean, you got the terminal right on that little island there. So this is a cute spot for PvP. And then you also have the sector being over here, which has this really nice ridge next to it. These really big hills. I border on mountains here, and that's just going to allow for really great overwatch control. And then again, you got some tunnels in play where you can hide stuff from the enemy Little Bird. So this one's a bit more of a toss-up. There's a lot more defensive capability for Op 4, and there's also a lot of big open fields around this AO where Op 4 can set up their BTR-80 alphas to do some overwatch control. So really, it can go either way. It's not as easy as a prediction compared to the previous operation, so who knows? Yes, LAVs are amphibious, but I almost never see any autocannon vehicle use this transport by the player base in Friday Night Fights. Usually they stick to the other vehicles. Now that is useful because technically Blue 4 could drive up the side and then cross the river and assault from a completely different direction. I'd say the smartest thing Blue 4 could potentially do is either go up this side, cross the river here, and then take all this grassland to go in, but this is all flat ground. Or they could try to get on this side, utilize this ridge here with that bit of elevation to cover forces coming in. So we might just see them literally just go up the MSR here and then take a dismount point on this side and go in. Because Op 4 does not have the manpower to really fan out. And if Blue 4 wanted to be more defensive, what they would do is they would take the MSR, go over here, maybe pick this as a dismount point, and then go in on foot with vehicles covering both sides. So I don't see the LAVs really being used. The only thing I can think of is they tell, oh god, why would you want your goat back? Wah! Hey, Deadly Wiz, I appreciate the 150, broski. Hope everything in, I'm going to assume the AUS is for Australia, not Austria. But either way, I hope everything's going well for you nonetheless, broski. Seriously, man, thanks for the 150 spot. I'm going to use that for pay for pain. We're going to... You know what would be absolutely based? Because oh my god, the war games cost like 200, and I know I have 25 left over. So what if I just got another war games and put it in that mission file? Because we're only like 1,000 and some change away from the nuke. Now with that 150, I mean, we're only 1,000 away. So, you know, we could have 3 war games flying around. Yeah. Deadly Wiz, I'm going to use that 150 and make some content with it. The content to which I don't think we've seen yet, with 3 giant floating Zeppelins murdering everybody. or 150 worth of rigged Plinko. Okay, I took a lot of shit for the rigged Plinko. We can't do that again. I can make some other Plinko-like games for any future pay for pain, but we'll take that 150 and we'll have some fun with it. Righto, Deadly Wiz. I'll make sure it's put to good use. Let me write it down on a sticky note real quick. Perfect. All right, next Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll do some fun shit with it. How many bullies? Oh, God. Yeah, no, that would also be a shit ton of bullies, but no, we'll, I've just wrote it. It's for pay for pain. I'll figure out what to do with the money, because, oh, there's certainly a lot we can do with 150 for that. Oh, the legit Plinko was legit Plinko. They just didn't appreciate the fact that I went over and threw 5 chips in a row into the 5 and then lightning bolted some of their assets. They got a little mad about that. And there's 25 for... Okay, I guess we are doing a third War Games. Yep, that settles it. All right. Sam and MacMarine are not going to be happy about that. Oh my God, no. We're going to do some unit upgrading then. Okay. All right. Let me see. Hold on. I mean, I think it's still set, right? Yeah, so that's 900 away from the nuke now. How about that? How about that? I think next week is going to be the last mission. There's going to be a nuke somewhere. Whether we like it enough. Yeah, next week's gonna be the final one. The finale. I don't think Patch is gonna have an aneurysm. I think the two people that are gonna have aneurysms are Sam and MacMarine, who are doing all the flying. Because here's the thing. We can totally do vehicle spam if air is locked down by the AA variant of the War Games. Here's the thing, though. If it gets disabled, it's fair game, because Sam was genuinely disabling it. So, you know, it... I still can't believe Sam was actually making hits from the A-10's GAU 8 from, like, 3 kilometers out. And just doing massive damage to the AA variant. So, you know what we need? We need 2 AA variants. Oh boy. Anyway. Ay. Alright, round's going to start in a few minutes. I mean, it's just going to be a wait-and-see match on where Blue 4 decides to deploy. Op 4 are going to have no choice but to play purely defensive, so... This is just going to be a wait around till both sides start engaging, and then maybe we'll see some good maneuvers. Make an Emu AA variant. I mean, I could just take an Emu. We could scale the missile launcher to be super small, and then put it on the Emu's back. Just don't ask why the missiles are bigger than the Emu when they come out of the Emu, okay? Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Deadly, I think Deadly is Australian, so... Deadly, did you see, it's not the latest video that uploaded on the main channel, but the video before that had the killer Emu that was decapitating players and launching their vehicles 500 meters back? That was in the one-off pay for pain from like a week ago on a Sunday for Hellfire. If you haven't seen that, you should probably go see that, because you'll probably appreciate the killer max health Emu that decapitates people. Someone find it and link it in chat for him. It's literally Sergeant Fluffers riding a killer Emu into battle. And instead of a 50 cal sniper, we gave him a 50 cal machine gun. Best choice I ever made. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ham on custom compositions for the final fight. We're getting that damn nuke one way or the other. Normal Emu with the firepower of a Shilka. Yeah, we should just put attach a little mini Shilka to him. Here's how we would do it, though, because if we're going to attach a mini vehicle, if the mini vehicle needs to work, it's going to break the set scale. So what we do instead is we attach a turret in the texture of the mini Shilka, and then we just re-script its weapon. Instead of firing a 50 cal, we just have it fire that quad 23mm. And since it's attached, it won't blow itself away to recoil. We can make really evil things if we want, you know? I think one of my early on really evil things was a little bird, but like under it was a Praetorian. So, you know, it was just a flying Praetorian to murder people. Now we use drones instead, but, I mean, that's why the glass cannon exists. And that's what I'm thinking, Axabaron. With that spare 150, we can either get a bunch of AI training facilities to max skill the AI, or we can get a few more weapons. I think the AI training facilities would be better, though. The thing is, with the war games, it won't affect the war games because we already have a radar system tied to the AA ones. So maxing out spotting skill won't do anything for it because the radar already gives it the equivalent of like a 100 on spotting, so... AI training centers. I mean, I think the menu's still accurate. Hold on. Yeah, it's still on Pogs. I haven't set it to the DayZ one for tonight yet because I haven't had the time. So all of that's genuine. The number's no longer accurate because, I mean, yeah, 900 out. We're getting that nuke. But I really want to build just a giant attached to relative wall of tanks. For funsies. What DayZ? We're doing DayZ. I do DayZ Fridays at anywhere from like 6 to 9 p.m. We're going to be doing it closer to 9 p.m. though. Because I'm being kidnapped before that to go play in a zombie mission to show off some of the new Web Knight assets. You might know him. I mean, he's a pretty chill guy. He's a pro gamer dude, you know. I'm sure it'll be really fun. What DayZ? DayZ is hell, though, if you're playing. Shark plays on the ground with me. Shark has encountered why we sometimes don't call it DayZ, we call it DayD for dinosaur, or specifically DayR for Day Raptor. You haven't played DayZ until your chat has spawned 30 raptors on you at once, and expects you to survive. Alright, so it looks like Blue 4, they're doing a main push right up to here. We don't have... Okay, no, we have Alpha in the Little Bird, so there's going to be a bit of a divide here. And then we also have a small team of people in this Humvee coming around, so... Op 4 looks like they think Blue 4 is going to be coming from the far ridge on the eastern side, so they're sending up some infantry to cover that position. Not a bad idea. That's the main element I would expect to push in. And then you got Blue 4 Echo kind of going on their own in that Humvee there, so we'll have to see how things go. What's Day B, Tech Priest? Because I'm trying to think. We've got Day C for Day Clown. With all the damn clown spam. That's from Twisted. Which one's B? Oh, Day Bear. Right. How could I forget? Running around that freaking frosty mountain on Sekal last week. And everywhere, every fucking 100 meters, there was at least 2 or 3 new bears. My God. Yeah, Axe Baron? Yeah, definitely. Day Alien. Yeah, okay, so there is some new stuff on the DayZ menu. I'll be showcasing that tonight, but yeah, for Razor, he did add a few new things, and whew, we'll see how that goes. So it looks like the LAV might be going up the river here, but again, it's going to take at least a few minutes for Blue 4 to deploy properly. I attract mines in DayZ. I don't attract them. Tech Priest likes to spawn them. And then I just happen to step on them. Silly Xenomorph. No. I don't like the Xenomorphs, because if you don't have a vest on, they will nigh insta-kill you, like, 80 to 90% of the time. Just one swipe and boom, you're dead. It's like fighting a raptor. Or other people step on them. Either way, I win. Yeah. Yeah. You're a monster, I know. Alright. Curious to see where Blue Forest dismount positions are. Because I don't think they've realized the map's kind of lied to them because it has a different type of forest for this area, so there's a lot less coverage. But Op4 doesn't have the infantry to kind of overwatch that position. We just have Vaccinator here, the Op4 command kind of looking in the direction here. So now just wait with bated breath, essentially. Blue 4 coming up from this spot, especially if they're not spotted, they'll basically take control of this ridge, use that to then send infantry down, keep any other Op 4 position suppressed. They'll take this first terminal site. Op 4 going to have to be forced to reconsolidate on these ridges in the central area for the sector. I think Blue 4 can then easily bump them back, but it also depends if Op 4 is able to send any forces along the far sides to do some flanking. It's also going to depend on where the positions of the autocannons are. Because the fog low ground, it's tough to see shit, but looking up, you can see anything on Overwatch pretty easily, so... I don't think the autocannons are going to be that important for this scenario, but at the same time, it's going to be a good deterrent for either side. Blue 4 sending both of theirs north, Op 4 has one going far south. Blue 4 also sending a group... Yeah, I don't agree with that call because Blue 4 already has a small enough group and they're going to be divided by having people for vehicle crews, having people for the pilot seat, having a 4-man team for here. This is actually like at least 30% of the remaining infantry that Blue 4 has available and putting them on their own different area to push in on. I don't think that's a good call at all, but I mean, Patriot is pretty seasoned, but I think he's working with the assumption that he has more infantry than he should. Because F and F numbers are usually to like 80 or 90, and right now they're at 60. Do the face huggers work? Ha! No, they kind of just attack like spiders, which are the same AI as wolves, so they don't just wrap up your face and insta-kill you. Which, honestly, thank God. Can you imagine being able to spawn an insta-kill unit? I'd probably have to price that a little higher. Little higher than, you know, a few, $5 or $10. Probably put it at like 40 or 50, all things considered, with the other prices. Yeah, insta-kill's fun for you, it's not fun for me. Tempted to make a bunny mod. Oh, boy. Here's the thing, though. Give the bunny the bear AI. Don't give it the wolf AI where it dynamically runs around. I just want to look down and see this rabbit charge me and then leap up and murder me like I'm in a Monty Python skit. What the... Am I being gaslit here? Is Narnia under there? Here, if I'm quick enough. Ah! Yeah. Yeah. Ah, whatever. Yeah, Web Knight Corruptors and Reforger. You'd rather give me the money than Star Citizen? That's entirely valid. Oh my god. Hold on. Now the nuke is less than 750 away. That means we now have 500 total for Pay for Pain. At that point, we can max skill the AI, we can do some heavy weapon upgrades, we can save some of it for Plinko. We've got 3 war games, I mean, and we're already going to be refitting them. It's going to be a very fun dev stream this weekend. So in total, let me say, so he's... We have 450, we've got another 25, and then we have another 25 that was left over. So we have 500 total. Most of it, 90% of that's from Deadly Wiz, but Axe Baron with that 25, and then we had 25 just kind of banked that I didn't know what to do with. So 200 for the war games, another 60 for the AI training facilities. That still leaves a lot. But damn. So what's that? It's BTR-80 Alphas versus LAV-25s. And if we really wanted to talk about balance, I'm going to be honest, the BTR-80 Alphas are kind of undergunned and completely outperformed, because the LAV-25 you can mag dump with a freaking autocannon, and it's still going to take a few shots unless you hit it right in a sweet spot to insta-disable it, whereas the BTR-80 Alpha, from the front or the sides, if you just hit to the front of that poor thing, it's going to just get insta-disabled. We don't see a lot of Humvee versus BTR balancing in FNF anymore, because we've kind of memed it to hell, but it's still a thing. Now, I wonder if Bax saw the infantry group down there, because we have another group right here that's slowly pushing up. We did hear a gunshot earlier. I don't know if that was Blue 4 or Op 4. Both the LAVs kind of staying on the far side here, not really pushing in. Little Bird is flying around just to kind of do some basic reconnaissance here. That's going to make Op 4 keep their heads down and distract them by making them actually look up at it. Ooh, it's a helicopter. That's my one thing in PvP that I kind of have a gripe with. Whenever anyone hears a helicopter, everyone will just look up and go, yeah, that's a helicopter. It's like, bro, not everyone needs to go look at the helicopter, I promise. And then you got this Blue 4 group that's going to slowly come down. But yeah, this is just going to be a very long round as Blue 4 slowly pushes everything around. Echo might run into a BTR. Echo might get insta-killed by a BTR in a second. They totally spotted that Humvee. And there they go. What was up with that hesitation? They were set to single shot instead of multi, and they completely whiffed the Humvee. They completely missed. Righto, Deadly. I'm not trying to diminish anything, man. I seriously appreciate it. God, I know people that have actually spent thousands on Star Citizen, though. Achilles from the 700th Cadian, now called TOC, is an example. When do you guys think Star Citizen will finish? Maybe 2030 if we're lucky, right? You spent 5K on it? Fair. I think the most I've ever spent on a video game was 150 on an old game called Battlestar Galactica Online. This was like a decade ago, though. I know some people that have also spent a shit ton of money on EVE, though. Definitely. But yeah, I'm a filthy casual enjoyer of video games. Coworker spent 40K. Spend real money to lose real money. Isn't that just gambling? Scam citizen, Jesus. Can you blame the devs for doing stuff like that, though? If they have people that are literally willing to throw tens of thousands of dollars at a game, just milk it. At that point. Yes, I've played the Battlestar Galactica mod for both Homeworld 1 and Homeworld 2. You know, it's funny. Warframe, back when I played it a decade ago, I actually ended up selling my account for like $300 because of the sheer amount of platinum I had on it. Because I was one of those scumbags that every time a new mod came out, I think they were called mods, whatever, and they were seasonal, so you would only get up to like, you know, 4 of them. I would buy them out from people for like 10 or 15 plat, and then 6 months later I would resell them for like 50 to 100. I was one of those people. I mean, that was back when, God, Wraith Twin Vipers was the brand new thing. And there were freezing mods, and yeah, like that's all fucking 10 years ago. That was back when solar rails first started. I'm not even sure if those are still a thing, to be honest, but yeah, no, I think I sold the account a few months after solar rails came out. I think 2 months after. So because I played that game in high school, which means, yeah, a decade ago. A decade ago. Solar rails are gone? Yeah, fair. No, my clan, we owned the Mars solar rail on our server group. And what ended up making me sell my account was I got into an argument because we were part of a collection of clans, and we were intentionally taking over all the solar rails that were free and then putting taxes on them. But our clan was like 60% of the majority of the players that were active for that entire group, but we were only allowed to have one of those solar rails out of like the 10 that we ended up taking over. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? This is completely unfair. But yeah, then my entire clan got disbanded because of a massive argument that I started. I got banned from the clan, and I'm just like, I don't really feel like playing this anymore. Because I was basically on the top. I had everything unlocked. I was able to do Tier 3 and Tier 4 keys on my own. With a Zephyr, with Wraith Twin Vipers, just dicking around like crazy. And I just didn't really have any other friends that played the game, so I'm just like, fuck it. I'll just sell my account. Why not? God, a decade ago. I don't even want to go and... I think I still have the login detail somewhere if the guy I sold them to didn't change them, but I don't even want to look. School was 14 years ago for you? Ooh. Disrupting game. I've always been disrupting gaming communities. I've always been a little shit when it comes to that. God, before Warframe, it was Minecraft. But yeah, Liru is, I think, my third major username. And I don't want to reveal what the other ones were, just in case I run into anyone that might recognize it. Started gaming correctly, yeah, right? So these guys are vehicle crew members, so I wonder if they have a BTR-80 Alpha somewhere stashed up here, or if they're just up here to basically do reconnaissance. It's hard to say. I can't... Oh, there it is, yeah. So they got it on the ridge to be able to do shooting if they need to. Warframe has an actual tutorial now? Yeah, it took them long enough. Nah, trial by fire, throw you into the mission, just go nuts. Ouch. Sorry about that. I knew people that knew other people, and one of them wanted to get into the game. So I basically sold it to like a friend of a friend of a friend. Yeah, Blue 4 might see a bit of Skyline. We're going to see a pincer attack. So basically, this team is going to come down here. Little Bird, not Little Bird. The LAV started shooting at the vehicle crew up here. I think they spotted, yeah. So this BTR is smoked. But these guys are going to overwatch this infantry group to get into that sector, and then the rest of these guys are going to go down to that area. Op 4 has a big chunk of their infantry out of position. It's GG already. Unironically, it is GG already. Higher pitched wee-woo sounds funny? Yeah. Go look at my older videos from 8 years ago. You can get higher pitched Liru. Jesus. I'm really surprised they're not mag dumping this vehicle right here. They can see them, but they don't see the BTR. Blue 4 now pushing up. They're firing on the infantry up here. That's a kill. And a knockout as well. And then we've got Tom's up there on his own. I mean, just look at this. Is BTR-80 Alpha is going to come in and hit this transport truck unless they're also set to... Nope, they've learned their mistake, and they're on full auto. And they just completely annihilate that vehicle. Wheaton gets out. Surprising and just get immediately blasted there. There it is. And he's gone. Ouch. Yeah, Deadly. Shoot me a kit with any vanilla RHS or 3CB factions stuff. Shoot it to me on Discord. I'll add you as an NPC, broski. Hell, make as many as you want. For what you gave me, make as many as you want. Because what I've been doing is any sub, gift sub, or whatever can send me a kit, and then I just put them in the mission file, and then you can directly shoot at the player base. It's great. Love that system. Bring back Chad? Yeah, right? For the finale, we might as hell. Make an entire platoon. Yeah, go nuts. For what you just gave me, it's a pay for pain. You have every right to pay for some of that pain. BTR symbolism just disappeared. I assume the LAV just smoked it. We got some shots going off on the right. Just heard something blow up. So I think they just fought the vehicle there. Yanni bails out. Katz is unconscious, so I guess those just evenly traded. They killed all the crew in the vehicle, but their engine cooked off. So the other BTR is caught up here, but it's been disabled. One of the crew members are dead. Baddie's staying up here. Zixmy throwing some lawn grenades. Good throws. But... whoops. Fat-fingered the N key there. So we still have one LAV-25 coming in. Op4 trying to send this infantry group back. Blue 4 not pushing on the objective. They're instead taking the hilltop, which will allow them a good position to turn around if they take fire from the rear. The other LAV, I think, is now mag dumping that BTR, just to be safe, yeah. But auto cannons are now pretty much out of play. It's up for Blue 4 now to come in, take that zone, regroup with friendly forces up there, and then join in. Other Op4 crewman is, oh no, these aren't crew, these are some of the internal garrison. Snodge Bear gets taken out, his battle buddy's dead. Sancho now taking fire, gets taken out by Horno. There's the crewman, Baddie's now shooting. I think he just got that one member there. Grenade double taps from Kremet. Zixmy, I think, heard those gunshots, though. He's looking around for Baddie here, but Baddie's in the thicket. But yeah, Deadly, if you want, I can also give you the mod set and send it to you directly. I can do it after this round ends if you want. Just shoot me a message on Discord. I'll get back to you ASAP, broski. Always happy to work with the people. Yeah, Zixmy's trying to hone in on those gunshots. He's about to spot Baddie. Finds him. He was shooting a little to the right originally, kind of misappropriating where he was. But yeah, you got him, Zixmy. You got him. You don't have to put an extra, like, 30 rounds in the man and turn him into paste. I think you got him. It's okay, buddy. He's not waking up, I promise. So some of the people went back there to check on the destroyed vehicle, and they're going to find nothing but bodies and, oof. Yeah, so Blue 4 now starting to send some infantry down. Op 4 still have a small little garrison there. Op 4 did the smart thing here. They're still advancing. They don't take any shots on the guys back here. Blue 4 don't have a lot of defenders left. I'm a little curious to see how well Zixmy can hold this ridge on his own. In the open with an overwatching position, some good cover. Immediately spots an Op 4 member. Kiri gets shot and is immediately forced to pull back. Gets hit in the legs up here, so he gets pushed away. More explosions in the distance. More Op 4. They're trying to suppress Zixmy's position from another angle. GL's coming up, but they're a little short. Not bad. Deadly, I can do that too. I can just hit the random button and copy and paste the first 5 kits. By all means, bro. Great grenade throws by Blue 4. That just killed 2 and wiped out a 3rd. And then the low throw one that Korvac crawls away from double taps that remaining Blue 4 guy. So now it is Zixmy versus a squad of infantry. Can Zixmy channel his inner Audrey Hotto and stop this group of Op 4 infantry from reinforcing the AO to allow the rest of Blue 4 to take the objectives? Let's find out. He does a tactical reload, doing a little bit of medical here. This is probably a bit of morphine and epi. I can't see where the trash went. There's no bandage, no nothing, so he might have tourniqueted, actually. Bro might be on 4 tourniquets. I thought that was actually gonna hit. That was Meerkat's RPG. It went just over the vehicle as the vehicle is suppressing the dudes on the ridge here. Knocks Korvac out. Gets a few more. I think that was actually Korvac's body that ragdolled down. This is forcing Op4 to come around. Zixmi is opting not to hold and said he's going to push in. Thought he took some shots right there. Don't know from what angle. Marstick is firing up on the ridge here, basically blind firing because Blue 4 are in cover on these positions. Blue 4 have the sector half capped, by the way. So this was a 3-minute thing, so it's still going to be 90 seconds remaining. Op 4, I'm not sure they can get anyone down there in 90 seconds without running through big open areas, getting picked off. So Blue 4 have that sector. And the Nemesis is stealth swimming up to the terminal. Bates is nearby. Dobbs trying to be on Overwatch. He gets picked off by some of the Op 4 on that position. Nemesis gets spotted by France, so he swims under. I think it's GG. Because even if Nemesis doesn't get it, which he doesn't, he gets knocked out by Marstick, we still have more Blue 4 infantry that are going to push in and secure the outside to then go in. Daedalus might go in through the front, but he takes Overwatching fire. Zixmi can also come in from the rear and get those positions. This was the harder one for Blue 4 to get based off of their angle, and they've pretty much gotten it. Good GLs on the ridge, and then you got the LAV still suppressing. We'll see if Nem wakes back up, but he... Damn! Nem heard me talking mad shit about him, and he wakes back up. Another, like, 15, 10 seconds on the sector. Op 4 nowhere in sight. The only way they could get it is if they killed Patriot. Patriots run into the building. And there it is. Sector 3's gone. Now it's up for control of the terminal, and Nemesis is going to be able to touch it. Might do some quick medical here. He is. Zixmi, though, he's going to get up here. He's going to kill these guys. Might find Bates. Might find France. Marstick still doing a great job of holding as he gets Tackleberry knocked out. Grenade goes a little far. Chris is right on the corner. And Nem is going to be super cautious about touching this terminal. I don't see any explosive traps on it. From the ground, it's impossible to see, but from above, you can kind of make the shapes out. It's going to be 2.5 minutes for 150 seconds. And I'm not sure you can enter the church. You cannot. So he's just going to hold the corner. Zixmi gets up here. He kills one of the Op 4 overwatching elements. That's going to pull Harrington's attention away. It does. He turns around. He's going to have to deal with that. Bates is on his own. Someone's throwing far grenades. That might have been Bates trying to throw them over the building. Bates, it's tempting to immediately go for the terminal, but it would be better if he goes around and secures the zone first. He finds Nem, knocks Nem out. Now he's going to touch it. And that's going to stop the terminal hack. But Marstick gets double tapped there. Bates is going to run up, touch Nemesis. Daedalus firing up at Zixmi. A little bit of blue on blue as Zixmi's looking around for Harrington. But now Zixmi might get an eye on Bates. You got the LAV coming up. France is over on the side. I'm not sure if the LAV spotted France right there, though. He is kind of out in the open. The driver should be able to see him, though, so bit of a misplay by the LAV. Zixmi's on a great spot as soon as Bates moves. He's dead. Harrington, though, look at this. Look at that. Will Harrington look up and happen to spot Zixmi? Wait. Harrington sleeping. Zixmi then spots Harrington and gets a double kill. So he gets Bates, and then Harrington's like, oh, that's probably friendly, right? Because only friends are up here. What a silly goober. I thought he looked up and saw Zixmi, especially when the shots were going out. Harrington should have immediately looked up and taken him out. But sometimes that's just not noticed. 150 seconds, it's GG. Op 4, we have a few people coming, but they're not going to be able to get up here across the river and get to the site before the hack ends. And I think Zixby knows this. He's just going to camp this. He's going to spot McBain. He's going to wait for McBain to go in the open. McBain gets knocked to his feet, and he gets torn down. Double tapping shots go in. Franz with a very good grenade throw. Does that roll in low enough? It does, so the shape of the blast doesn't do anything to Zixby because it got caught in this little corner, and this little block basically stopped any shrapnel from hitting him. So Zixby's going to do a tactical throw here. I'm hearing more grenades going up. But this is going to stop Franz from going for the hack. Zixby's now going to look down, trying to find where that is. He spots Franz and kills him because the thing that's first is the head right there. So Zixby gets that beautiful headshot. He's going to look around, check for more. Double taps the head as well. Zixby now on 6. When Zixby delivers, that's all you need to trust at that point. You got to remember, the defenders can't recapture sectors, so fighting over this area is moot. You just have this Op 4 wave out here trying to fight. The main issue with this Assault 4 Op 4 was they had a big chunk of their infantry outside of the AO in the beginning, and that's what cost them the game. Is Zixby the new Adriano? No, there is no new Adriano. Zixby is just a very good player that we watch in OFCRA and FNF. Ooh, can Sam get under Zixby's nose? He might. No, he can't. Long-range grenade. The issue is it's really easy to spot him. But in that time with the hack, I mean, the hack is done in 35 seconds. Sam can't get there in 35 seconds with a swim. He'll eventually have to come up for air, and Zixby's just going to suppress. Sam goes up for a breath. Now he's taking shots from an auto cannon. Yeah, so there's no angle Sam can come up to stop the hack. He's basically boxed in from there, and he's boxed in from here. Poor Sam. Shooting at Daedalus now? What the fuck? And there's the hack done. GG, Blue 4 wins. I agree with Daedalus in that sense. He was just shooting at him, so he was like, screw it. Sam's just staying underwater as he's pinned down here. All right. We have an hour before our next thing. I want to show up to it early, though, just to make sure things are expedited. So I think we're going to wrap the stream up here. So we'll be back in about an hour for our next thing. Again, we got 2 more things to do today. To everyone that's dealing with being sick, dealing with, you know, pets passing away, I hope your day brightens up for you guys. To Deadly, thank you so much for everything you gave me today. I really do appreciate it. We'll definitely make that final pay for pain as painful as I can. Same to you, Axe Baron, for that 25. But otherwise, guys, we'll be back in about an hour. So thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and have a good one.